What Halter does with pasture is not rocket science. And you know, when you look at the top farmers, they're probably already doing what Halter's doing, but manually. All Halter's doing is just making it simpler for anybody to do it. So my name is Greg McCracken.
And I'm Michaela McCracken.
We currently farm at Hana, just under an hour north of Auckland, and we have a farm 175 hectares milking 400 cows.
I guess it's just been awesome to see how we can utilise these hill paddocks. You know, in the past you'd chuck the cows in there for a day and that's all you do because that's all you physically could do. You can't fence some of these paddocks, but now that we've been able to do that and the quality has just been coming back incredible, and you know, production's now longer not dropping when we put them in those paddocks, where previously, you know, if you put them in a paddock like this, you're like, oh, that's going to impact their production, but we haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I think we had a 12-day spell there where the litres changed by 10 litres a day, which tells you that the cows are getting exactly the same amount of feed every single day. None of this, you know, fluctuation that we tend to have where, you know, we have paddocks that are 5 hectares, we have paddocks that are 1.2 hectares. So you will always get that fluctuation. But with Halter being able to just cut off pieces here and there or move cows in the middle of the day, which you don't need to be there to do because you tell the system to do it, you're able to fully feed your cows exactly the same and keep your residuals at a really good level.
And I want to shift them to the next break, then hold to drop.
In previous years, this paddock would have been given to the cows just for one day break. Whereas now Michaela's going, well, actually, no, there's a day break in here plus a night break.
3, 2, 1.
You got one cow's already worked it out. You always run the risk that you know, you'll end up with cows stuck in, you know, in a bit of a gully or something like that if you try and push them through. You know, our stocking rates now are something that we need to look at. You know, I think we have, you know, our stocking rate's not right. We've got to bring more cows in because we're obviously, you know, growing more grass by utilising more. Yeah, so you can sort of see where the cows have got to the next break line. And they've sort of walked over, but they weren't sort of running towards it, so they've sort of got to the line, and then, you know, obviously they've realised that that's their limit and they'll just spread out for the rest of the day.
So I'm going on maternity leave at the start of January, end of September, the start of January, depending how hot it is. Still, yeah, we'll still keep doing all the planning and grazing after that, just with being able to do it from home, from couch, from bed, in the middle of the night, wherever I like.
I've looked at other technologies, and I think, you know, to be honest, for what they do, they're probably great. They do what they say they're going to do. I look, at the end of the day, if they didn't, they wouldn't be around. They wouldn't be on the market. You know, for me, pasture management was the key, and Halter's the only one that does it at this stage, and does it well. You know, I can see all the cows in the paddock. I can see where they're sort of what the plan is for them next. I can, you know, from here I can see which paddocks she's dropped out, and it's just trying to keep our pasture under control. This one here is always quite a good one, you know, because from here we can go through and we can start doing some planning, so we can actually start dropping out paddocks out of the round to try and meet our targets. But the overview, you know, gives me the confidence that we're actually on the right track. For us, it's been a bit of a game changer. You know, we've got 2 farms. One farm doesn't have Halter on, and one does. Yeah, when you actually look at the other farm, which is sort of farmed, I guess, our traditional way that we used to, versus this farm, both farms are very similar size, same amount of cows, and I think we're running 20% ahead of the other farm. Both calved at the same time, both side by side, so, you know, not even a geographical difference. You know, I guess the next question is, you know, will I roll it out on the other farm? Yeah, probably will do.
If I can come with 2 years experience and we're hitting, you know, we've had a great season, but we're hitting record production we've done, I've put that down to Halter really, and the utilisation and the control we've been able to have over it.
Maybe you're not growing a lot more grass, but you're certainly utilising all the grass that you grow. And I guess that's what every farmer is trying to achieve.